So one of the things that we teach in our strategic account management and key account management program is this concept called value labbing. Now, a lot of organizations that we work with have got really good processes and structures and rigor for pursuing and winning opportunities, and that's fantastic. But how do I figure out where the opportunities are in the first place? That's where the value lab comes in. You must start with what we call a customer needs or client needs profile. Most organizations are thinking in terms of what can I sell people, not what might they need. What haven't they bought from me, rather than how can I be of value? How can I assist? So we start with a client needs profile and we help our clients get a really deep understanding of their customers' needs. Once we have that, then we can run what we call a value lab. And the value lab has 3 different levels of value. The first level is called value connection. That is where we are deeply thinking about the needs of our client and then connecting what we have to offer in a way that will deliver value. Sounds really obvious, right? But common sense is not always common practice. And we find that sellers are overly focused on what they want to get from a relationship, what they want to get from a client, not what they can give. And the value lab in the value connection space just helps us reconnect with client needs first. So value creation takes the concept of value labbing to the next level. So kind of, you think about value connection, it's like dating. Value creation is kind of like getting engaged. And so now we're starting to do things a little bit differently. We're starting to think more innovatively. We're starting to think about, well, yes, we've got this and this, but how could we put that together in a way that delivers maybe somewhat bespoke or somewhat tailored or somewhat unique value? So that's called value creation, being a little bit more creative, a little bit more innovative about what you can do and how you can do it, and thinking maybe beyond just products and services, thinking about other capabilities that you have as an organization. The third level, which is like marriage, is called value co-creation. So value co-creation is where we help our client, and actually usually their client, get together and come up with ways that they can jointly create something, do something together that provides mutually beneficial value into the marketplace. Co-creation is definitely something that you do with a strong, usually long, important relationship. A good example of co-creation that we worked with in Australia was we helped one of Australia's largest banks and one of Australia's largest builders co-create, come up with an idea to build a platform for not-for-profit organisations to plug into in order to bid for social and affordable housing contracts. Now before, we've got not-for-profits that are kind of trying to figure this stuff out, and it's complex. They're not a bank, they're not a builder, but they've got social purpose. And so actually the whole idea about creating this platform for not-for-profits to plug into came from a co-creation workshop that we ran with our clients. And that could literally solve a really, really important social issue. And it came out of a co-creation workshop. So 3 levels of value: value connection, connecting client needs to your services; value creation, connecting client needs to your services and capabilities in a more innovative and tailored way; and the value co-creation, really partnering client to client to come up with something to deliver unique value into the world.